Hi. Yeah.
You.
Ayan, may audio
No.
na ako. What's up, internet? And what's up, Facebook Live? Anyway, and
If
we're
you
so
didn't hear that,
excited
we're
for you
Level Up Geek
guys to
Night.
be here. And we're excited for our topic for tonight. So tonight, this by the way, this is John B, and tonight we are joined by Gio,
Hey.
Ninay, and John Gaisano the third. Wow, kompleto talaga.
Wow.
Complete name. So
Super,
John, what are
super
we
strong.
going to be doing tonight?
All right. So tonight we are having a special guest night as we
Mm-hmm.
dive into the topic of esports. So, as it's becoming much more prevalent everywhere, especially since the pandemic hit, a lot of people are now finding more and more entertainment digitally and online. This is why we thought it would be a very timely and appropriate topic to discuss, going down all the way from parents all the way up to just regular netizens or just people around who are really into esports nowadays, which a lot of games are. So, for tonight's topic, we are joined by three special guests uh, who are involved in this industry. So, first
Yep.
off, I'd like to introduce our first guest, Fofi, who is a member of Team Liab. Did I get that right?
Yes. Hello.
Yo.
Hi.
Hi. There we go.
Hey.
Good evening
Okay.
to everyone. Hi.
All right. Thank you. So our second guest for tonight goes by the name of Burger Kim, who is a streamer and shoutcaster and host. Kim,
Hi guys.
hello.
Good
There
Hello.
she
evening.
is.
Hey
Hi.
Kim.
Good evening. All right. And our final challenger, sorry, guest speaker, is our is someone coming who is now more on the how do you say back end of the esports or industry, and she is a account manager. Did I get that right?
Yep, account manager.
For one of the premier esports companies in the Philippines. Let's welcome Vel.
Oh,
Boom.
Hi,
Hello,
girl. Hi,
hello.
Val.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
hello.
So, thanks for joining us tonight, ladies. And surprisingly, we did get a full panel of ladies. So, this is kind
Mm-hmm.
of like a throwback, 1 week throwback to the Women's International Day. So,
International Women's Day.
International Women's Day. Thanks for the correction. So, I am going to turn this over to our lady of the night, our core
Oh, wait.
lady of Level Up
Uh,
Geek Night.
Before that, I'm just gonna
Oh,
let everyone know I'm not gonna be joining the discussion. I'll just
right.
be the chat monitor. So I'm gonna be turning off my video so everyone else can have more screen.
Yep.
So
So Gio will
More.
I'm
be
gonna be turning off,
fielding
but
the
I will
questions.
be here.
Yes, he will be our guardian bear in the background. Okay. So Ninai, off to you.
All right. Okay. So to start off the night, I wanna um, ask each of the ladies, tell us about what you do in the esports or digital gaming industry. You can start with Fofi, if you want. You can start.
Okay. Hi guys. Okay, so a lot of people know me by Fofi, but my name is actually Jesh. And I am actually part of Liab Esports, an organization created by Globe and Mineski to support esports team, or they created like an esports team or org. like that. So, before I actually was a pro player, League of Legends, in the game League of Legends, and then I used to compete internationally as well, and then I transitioned to streaming under Liab Esports. So I've been streaming for like almost 2 years already, but
Oh,
under Liab, I just started this ano, I mean, I think like mid last year, like June. So yeah, so I stream on Twitch mainly, and right now I'm trying to explore more on the Facebook side. So
All
I
right.
stream, I multi stream both platforms, but my main community is on Twitch. So yeah, I basically do like variety streaming, variety games. I focus
Mm.
more on my community. I play, interact with them, and yeah, I think that's about it. So I
all
do
right.
daily stream. So basically, that's just my this is my full time job right now, like streaming. So
Mm.
yeah,
What games are you like focusing on right
right now I'm focusing on Valorant
now?
because
Ooh,
I've been playing lots and lots of League of Legends and Wild Rift because it was my main game before, when I competed. So I've been trying out like new games recently because I really want to engage with my followers more. Like I want to play with them. So very interactive. But like, so yeah, variety games.
ah,
All
thank
right.
you. How about Burger King?
Hi guys. Wow, grabe yung intro ni Fofi. I'm not a pro player or anything. Yeah, super intimidating because she's a pro player. She's been to all these competitions. Well, as for me, I just stream. So I'm kind of new to streaming. So siguro like 3 to 4 months I've been streaming consistently. So this is because a lot of friends have been encouraging me to stream because of I guess my reactions when I play with them. They find it so funny. They're like, Kim, you should stream your reactions. But whenever I stream, my reactions are a bit more contained. So yeah, I'm working on that. So 3 to 4 months. It's been really fun, and my page has grown a lot then ever since. So almost 1,000 followers na now. And I think I promised everyone who shared, commented, and liked my first stream, I promised to give them a burger.
Wow.
Once I reach
Um,
once I reach 1,000 followers, so almost there, and I think 800, yeah, 800 but now, yeah, something like that. So yeah, I'm working on it, and I'm also a shoutcaster. So I do mostly like Mobile Legends. So I really started out there talaga Mobile Legends, and I also play LOL, by the way, but I'm not so good. Like I didn't really get into it. Like I just play casually, but I'm not a pro player. I really enjoy the game lang. So right now, I'm focused on Mobile Legends, and eventually I will be transitioning to Wild Rift soon. So watch out for that. Yon.
now
That's
we have people in Level Up who plays Wild Rift.
We do.
Yeah,
So we
I know.
should.
I think I've played with some of you guys, so that's really nice because I don't really have a lot of people to play with. My circle of friends, they don't really play games. So
Mhm.
far
Well, that's
I've
what
only met
social media.
you guys and siguro another set of friends, but that's about it. Sobrang I always play solo. It's really hard.
It is.
Yeah, there are Wild Rift players in the group. And I think, what do you call this? It's actually a game that I've been wanting to play, kaya lang, shucks, no time.
Well, I'm sure we'll have some time to play together sometime soon. So,
And
Yeah, looking
then we
forward to that.
introduce Val. Ay talaga.
Grabe naman. Say hello,
not
guys.
not the least
Hello.
of all, definitely.
What do I do? So as mentioned, I'm an account manager under the commercial partnerships team. So meaning we work with non-endemic brands. So when you say non-endemic, it means that they're brands that are not directly related to gaming. Like for example, you see one of your favorite streamers eating a bag of chips, or eating a burger, parang si Kim, yun, parang we're the
Burger
ones
King.
who are behind the scenes to make those things. So that's like,
Mm.
yeah, a general idea of what I do. What games am I playing?
Mhm.
So I've always been an FPS gamer for as long as I can remember, and inevitably I'm also into Valorant. So
Aw.
I I love Valorant. Aside from that, I also play League. So parang medyo same alley kami ni Fofi ng mga games na nilalaro. And then
Mm.
very recently, I got into Stardew Valley. Like I'm a little bit invested in it
I love
because
that.
Girl.
yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
So ayun, tapos shared assets with the person that I play with. So medyo may communication na nagaganap na better communication, like don't spend the money on things that we don't need. So ayun. Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
it's actually pretty good because we have, someone from behind the scenes in the esports community and like the streamers. So the next question I want to throw you guys is how do you define the esports landscape here in the Philippines or Southeast Asia? And what are your experiences as ladies in this landscape?
Woo, that question.
Woo! Oh my
What?
gosh, parang
Yeah.
kaka-introduce lang natin, guys. And then, what?
Dive right in.
Hindi.
Dive right in.
As I
You
was
know,
reading it, medyo na-shook din ako eh. Pero,
yeah, no tutorial mode here. We're just like gonna go straight to ranked matches. Boom. Oh man.
baptism with
Okay.
fire.
Hmm.
Who wants to
Seg lang,
start?
guys. My burger just arrived. Speaking of,
Oh,
I haven't
Mm.
had
Cute.
dinner.
Living
I
up
haven't
to the
had
name.
dinner. Living up to the name. I don't know. I just felt like eating burger today. I haven't had one for the longest time. Sobrang sakto lang. Anyways, sige, go ahead. Seg lang.
It's fine.
who
All
wants to
right.
start? I volunteer, Vel.
I see. I see a lot of
Ina,
I
hair.
volunteer, Vel.
much Ninay for that great question. Okay,
Great question.
define the esports landscape here in Southeast Asia. I would say it's growing exponentially. Like, I think you guys would notice it too, like with the rise of streaming, diba? Na
Hmm.
parang um just a few years back, really, people would look at gaming as like parang such a negative thing, and now you have people talking about how like they make a living out of what doing the things that they love. Sorry, I'm eating my words, but yeah, like growing exponentially, which is good because it also opens up opportunities for a lot of people to pursue this, and of course parang um be more open about the things that they like doing, which is gaming. And then as a woman in esports, I would say that um for one, I'm really grateful to be part of a company that has a lot of women in leadership positions. Like parang it gives, at least on from my personal perspective, it gives me the hope that parang there is room for me to be successful here. And of course, parang whenever I tell people about what I do, parang they also get inspired. Parang, oh really, may ganun pala na parang there's a career here for a girl. Ayun. Tapos,
Yeah.
at the same time, parang, it's also challenging because, parang, at the end of the day, it's still a very male-dominated space. So, being a Christian also, parang, like, you want to be that Proverbs 31 woman, right? Na
Mhm.
parang,
Yeah.
I want to be full of strength and grace in what I
Hmm.
do. So, yeah, like, you gotta be tough, but
Yes.
also, you gotta be graceful, which is fun, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Proverbs 31 woman.
Okay.
How about you, Poppy? Being a streamer, being
I'm
in that,
shy.
you're
Joke.
shy.
No, first of all, I would like to greet my community. They're here supporting me, and yung podcast. So, hi Shrimps, hello. Okay, so
You have a special
for
name for your
me,
community?
yeah, it's
Go,
something
plug it. It's
weird.
cool.
It's actually weird if you're not but we have this
It's
term
okay.
called okay, medyo weird siya kasi
It's
simp.
all good.
You guys know what simp is, right?
Oh
Oh yeah.
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
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 Pero simp. Okay,
The
wait, wait,
ladies
wait,
all know
wait.
it.
Wait. Ginawa ko siyang shrimp kasi
Mm.
I love shrimps and parang
Yes.
but I'm allergic to it. Ay ano, ang weird lang. Pero one of my favorite foods kasi is shrimps.
Mhm.
Tapos parang mayroon kaming inside or parang joke sa community na parang yung nauso yung word na simp. Parang ginawa ko na lang siyang shrimps kasi para mas soft na version. But it's more of like expressing yung adoration lang for each
An
other, like parang
endearment.
endearment lang ganon. So
Yeah.
Simple.
medyo weird siya i-explain pero yeah, yun yung tawag ko sa kanila. So anyway, going back to the question, for me, I mean, magandang perspective to as parang yung naging experience ko as a professional gamer, right? So, parang ang nangyari kasi, I agree sa sinabi ni ni Ate Vel na parang super nagbo-boom ngayon yung esports sa country like compared before na parang you'd imagine na medyo hindi pa siya ganun ka-accepted, like parang people were like, what, like you're playing games for a living, like what are you, yung mga ganon, like parang addict and stuff, like, pero parang I'm just stating facts. Like, parang before kasi hindi talaga open yung mga tao. Pero parang, ewan ko, for some reason, like, nung nag-quarantine lalo, di ba? Like, kita nyo yung growth talaga ng esports around the country. Like, not just around the country, but whole, sa lahat talaga sa buong mundo. So, parang lalo na sa C. Kasi, mas na-appreciate nila na parang hindi lagi lahat, alam mo yun, parang wala na silang access eh. Parang it's more of like online na. So, parang yung mga tao, yung gamer, inner gamer, ano nila, parang mas lumabas, tapos nag-bloom na parang they started appreciating yung, parang streaming, ganyan, like, not just streaming, pero like, yung opportunity to interact or to bond with each other, like, sa friends, like, through esports or games. So, parang, nag-boom din talaga siya when it comes to that. So parang ang experiences ko naman sa as a pro, like an ex-pro or who used to compete in the esports industry as ladies. So parang gets nyo naman na may stereotype talaga. Like pagdating sa pro scene kapag babae ka. Like whether you like it or not, nakakasad yung feeling na syempre parang iba pag sa games, lalo na Ate Vel, 'di ba? Like sa league. Parang pagka sinabing babae,
Yeah.
may gano'n, like parang if narinig nila or
True.
parang may ano sila, idea na parang, "Oh, eto babae 'to," or something.
They
Mamaliitin talaga nila.
automatically judge that you're not good. Yeah.
Yeah. So parang
Mhm.
it's something na hindi mo kahit wala kang ginagawa, yung parang mababa lang talaga yung tingin sa'yo or like you're not fit to actually be part of yung lalo na yung pro scene. So parang ang maganda naman sa organization where I am a part of like Liab Esports, like we when our team got acquired as yung female team ng League of Legends. Like those are the one of the parang ano nila reason ba't kami na-acquire or like parang vision nila sa pag-acquire sa amin is not to like identify na parang my guy team, my girl team. No. Parang ang purpose bakit nila kami in-acquire is to prove na may chance talaga na mapasama yung girls or like female sa competitive scene. So hindi siya dahil parang female team lang kayo, like kayo-kayo lang, ganyan. Pero more on equality. Parang ganon, yung tinuro sa amin na to prove ourselves na parang may right kami to actually be part of the competitive scene in the industry. So, parang mahirap siya at first because yung idea ng mga tao, like, ano ba yan, babaeng team, like, parang paganda lang, yung parang pa-cute lang, yung ganyan,
Oh
like, parang,
yeah.
what are you guys doing? Like,
Stereotype. Mhm.
di naman kayo ganun kagaling. Pero, ano mo yun, parang maganda, hindi sa dahil like we were winning. Like we represented the country last 2 years ago sa Singapore. And that's just like one of the things na parang achievement talaga to like not really prove but to like show um everyone na girls can actually mm, do it. Like
Yeah, we
parang
can compete.
makakapalag talaga. So parang ano mo yun, yung parang feeling na um hindi mo naman kailangan i-focus yung sarili mo na kung ano yung masabi ng ibang tao. Like, may masasabi at masasabi sila. Like, you can never please everyone. Pero as long as ikaw alam mo sa sarili mo that you have the right motive, like, alam mo yun, to just prove to everyone na equal lang talaga dapat yung tingin na may right din naman yung mga girls sa compete kasi we have all the right to like do whatever we want, diba? So, parang yun yung mga naging experience namin as a female group or me as like a female like ex-pro player. So, may mga
Okay.
struggles kanyan pero it will really test you and make you braver. Alam mo yun? Like parang magkakaroon ka talaga ng courage to actually step up na parang meron talagang female, parang pwedeng mga female talaga sa scene na 'to, gano'n. So, women's rights. So, parang gano'n. Yun yung naging experience. So, yeah.
That's
I
very encouraging, ha? Especially for those who want to, enter the pro scene or even start streaming, diba?
Yeah, I
So,
kind of just
yeah.
wanna comment na I kind of feel like that in the past, really, women have been treated in the gaming industry more like how women are treated in many sports, like in racing, for example, or I don't know. Usually in racing, they're just like beautiful women, or in normally masculine dominated sports where they're just a display. Sad to say, and I think that's how, in a lot of cases in the past, women have been treated in the gaming industry as well. That you're just a beauty icon, you're not really
Okay.
a gamer, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um, okay, how about Kim? What's your as a shoutcaster, as a streamer, how do you see the landscape?
Yeah, I actually like what John said about in general sa sports, females are just, usually they just say, babae lang yan eh, hindi naman yan super galing. They're just either they're just doing this to get more followers or they're just doing this because wala, they want to be popular or something. But
Mhm.
for me kasi, when I was in high school, I did competitive swimming. So there were times that I had we had this thing called rally. So it's different swimming strokes, and you can get paired with men, parang ganon. So there was this one time, it was a competition I remember, and I was the last swimmer na magsuswim. So that means I'm the fastest one in the team. Pero our team is composed of like men and women. Tas yung katapat ko na swimmer was actually a guy. So everyone was just saying na, oh, parang grabe yung katapat mo, guy, kakayanin mo ba yan? So I really don't like that notion na hindi ko kakayanin. I mean, I've trained enough rin naman. I've also like did my training. And eventually, I'm happy to say that we won that. We won that competition. And
Yay!
yeah,
Yay.
so I really had to tell people na parang, oh, it doesn't matter naman if you're male or female. um you can do as well rin naman. 'Di ba? I'm not saying we're better
Mhm.
than the men. I'm just saying that we
Yeah.
have equal opportunities or we're equally as good in what we do. And I forgot to mention earlier that I'm actually a part of Liga Adarna. I will be part of Liga Adarna for
Ooh.
season 3. I'll be their caster for Mobile Legends, and I'm not sure if they're doing
Oh,
Wild Rift. So yun, I'll be doing Mobile Legends for their season 3. So for you
Cool.
guys who are not familiar with Liga Adarna, it's an all female esports league. So it's so nice because all of the people there, 70% are women. Like the core executive staff are women. So
wow.
it's really nice to be in an environment like that. But syempre naman, we welcome men. There are like mga male na staff members. So it's fine. I'm just saying like majority are women, and it's so nice that they're starting this whole like esports league for women. So yun, very nice. I'm looking forward to it, and if you guys want to check out their page, it's facebook.com/liga adarna. So we'll be starting the season on April. April ba? Yeah, so April, watch out for that female esports league.
Sounds
So
Oh,
yun.
good.
wow, that's
That
yeah. I'm
sounds
definitely
awesome.
gonna follow that page. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So
A lot of collabs with if Girl Gamer, Girl Gamer Philippines. If you guys are
Oh
familiar with
yes,
the group,
yes.
so they're
Sounds
doing a lot of
familiar. I've
Yeah.
heard of
collabs with
that.
them. So it's super nice.
Wow.
They're giving spotlight talaga to women in the industry.
Mm,
Cool.
sounds really cool.
that's I don't know these. I know I'll follow them after this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Yes, let's
Okay.
follow
But
all their
Okay.
stuff
next thing
after.
you know, Nina is gonna be like pro gaming now.
No,
Anyway,
wag.
Oh, Ninay, let's go.
Wag po. Okay, so
be
this
hype.
next
Casual
question
gamers lang
is
kami.
yeah. So this next question is lighter. So chill lang tayo. How did you guys get into
Take a
the
break.
esports or digital gaming industry? Like, just give us like a short background or a story time. How'd you guys get into? We'll start with sino bang i-volunteer natin? John, J3, you volunteer something. You
We've
volunteer.
started off with Vel and Fofi already, so I guess it's Kim's turn to take the
I
first
figured. I
story.
We'll just
figured that'd
do
be
that.
first.
Yeah,
Siguro how I started. I think among all of the guests here, I am the newest one in the industry. So I started last year. I'm not saying that I started this career thing because it was booming. I knew about streaming way back. I played games way back. I just didn't get into it so much. I told myself I wouldn't get into like gaming because I know how addicted I can get talaga. I know a lot of you guys who are watching this podcast nakaka-relate kayo. You guys don't want to get addicted because either you're focusing on your
mhm,
career or whatever you're trying to, reach right now, 'di ba? Pero syempre you don't want to focus on gaming. Kasi back then, I was an animator for uh for a studio here. So syempre the work can get really hefty. And then I know kasi once I get into gaming or streaming, I might like pour my heart and soul there. So yun, the opportunity opened for me. Like this was before the lockdown. Like I was starting to like get back into gaming. I was playing all these games like FPS. I do that also. Pero not as much now because my computer can't take it, so I have to buy a new PC. So I was playing Borderlands. I really love that game so much. I also play CS:GO and Call of Duty, but not as much as Borderlands. So yun. I was playing all those games, and then eventually like I started posting like screen caps on my personal page, like parang, oh hey, parang I'm playing this game, or parang it's a meme for this game. And then my friend from radio back then, because back in college I did radio. He messaged me.
mhm.
He's like, "Hey, you're playing pala. I didn't know you're." Whenever people see me, they don't think I'm a gamer. I don't look like a gamer. So he was like, "Oh, are you interested to, cast or like host games? Because I mean, do you still do that?" Ganon. And I immediately said, yeah, I can do that because I'm fine naman with like hosting gigs and stuff like that. So I took the gig,
Mhm.
and then eventually it led me to enrolling in a shoutcasting program called TMP. So I'm actually part of that right now. So we're getting trained to how to properly broadcast and all that.
It's
And I'm
interesting.
very grateful to be part of that program because it really opened up a lot of opportunities for me. So yon, after the shoutcasting thing, so I was playing with some friends and they were telling me, "Hey Kim, you should really really start that gaming page because before like MOBA and like FPS, I also played a lot of Pokemon Go, like super addicted ako dyan sa game na yan. Like I would really go
It's
to
like
places just to play, just to defeat gyms or catch certain Pokemons. Yeah, I was that girl na nagsastop sa certain corner just to catch a Pokemon. So yeah, I was that addicted. I had a community. And shout out nga pala kay Sander. He's my Pokemon Go buddy. Syempre, we
mhm,
don't do that right now sa pandemic. So yeah, I really miss those days now. We would drive around just to catch Pokemon. And yeah, I was really addicted to that game. And then there was a time na we actually went inside the condo just to catch, like, the lobby of a condo to catch a poke. I can't remember what Pokemon, basta sobrang rare niya. And I was like, oh my god, we have to go inside this condo. Jiba, Jiba. And then, syempre that time, I was like, wala pang pandemic. I was like, gee, sige, let's go in. And then, yeah, caught the Pokemon. And then, yeah, sobrang funny kasi ng mga reactions ko when I came back. And I'm like, oh my god, I think na they know I'm catching a Pokemon. Parang ganon. And then, my friend found it funny and then he's like, hey, you should really start your streaming page kasi sobrang entertaining. And then, syempre, I thought about it. Sabi ko, sige, why not? Ako naman, I'm that type of person na if you tell me to do something, sige, I'll do it. Pero like, I'll just do it casually, nothing serious. So, I started a page and eventually, yun nga, I started streaming games there. And then, right now, almost 1,000 followers. So, super thankful
Oh,
to all
yay.
my
Cool,
followers
cool,
who
cool.
are supporting
Congrats.
me. So, yun.
Yeah.
Please like my page. There, that's how
We
I
do.
started
We
with
did.
streaming and chat
I will
talking.
pin it up.
Yeah, well, I know we'll put it in the description. Gia will put
Yes, we
all of
will.
your info there.
He is our
So,
admin bear.
Oh.
All right.
all right. How about
How cool. How
Fofi?
cool.
You're next.
How about next? Okay. So I got into esports when I was in first year college. I got introduced by my brother because he was the one who used to compete like in League 2. So League was the first game that I played. Nung una, I mentioned this sa kanila, ano, before, like, nagkwentuhan tayo, na parang, nagtataka ako. Sabi ko, bakit naadik yung mga tao sa mga laro? and then, and then when I actually tried it, I was like, oh, okay, I
Oh,
get it now.
damn. Oh,
Okay,
damn. This is
okay.
why.
This is why.
So
It's kind
fun.
of dangerous pala. Actually, start playing games. So parang sabi ko, oh, it's actually fun. Like, you get to meet like online friends. Pero kasi, toxic talaga yung community sa league. So parang medyo na-trauma ako noong una.
Yeah.
so
Totoo
parang,
yun.
so parang ano ko yun,
There's a lot of
like,
toxicity.
may mga ganyang moments na, I mean, ako, I grew up in a very sheltered community, like, or environment. So parang I didn't have like friends na hindi Christians because I grew up like studying sa Christian schools and Christian college. So parang when I got into gaming, I was a bit like, not a bit, but really culture shock. So parang nandun yung
Mm.
idea na you meeting like online peeps, and then wala lang,
Yeah.
parang ang ganda lang nung opportunity to actually engage, or hindi naman laging porket online masama na, kasi may ganong impression. Pero yeah, actually build most of your I mean, some people, pero ako personally, like yung experience ko, mas nakikilala ko pa kung sino yung mga sobrang genuine online. So parang it's a blessing in disguise as well. So parang I got into esports 2013, 2014, and then I stopped. Tapos parang kasi I'm the type who really wants to play with friends. Hindi ako yung solo player. So parang ayun, and then I got really into it na lumabas yung pagka-competitive side ko hanggang sa yun. I actually parang thought to myself, or nakita ko yung sarili ko na nag-compete. So that's when I started actually trying out like the competitive scene. So yeah.
That's cool.
And I really
Very
love seeing
interesting.
like the competitive side of women. It's like when it's on, it's on. Like
You
Yeah.
really, yeah, the ladies love to see it. The guys,
Like,
not so much because we get trolled. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
next.
the
some
point.
women when they become
Anyways,
competitive, they're kind of scary.
how about you, Val? How'd you get into the work that you're in?
Okay.
Parang
So,
interview lang yan.
wow, trabaho pala to. The joke lang. Okay.
You have to pass this interview. Just kidding.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to answer this valuable question. Um,
Ang HR na question.
Nakakainis. Yeah, so Fofi mentioned that she came from a Christian college, right? We actually went to the same school and we graduated with the same degree. So we're both communications and public relations majors. And for me personally, I always kind of knew that I wanted to do something that was related to people. But then, I guess parang looking back now, nakakatawa lang isipin na I never really saw myself in my department because I'm under sales. Like parang when I graduated, I was like, you know what? I'll try every job that, kasi diba in college they give you like this paper that says like, oh, these are the jobs that you can take with your
Mm.
degree.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
one of the stuff there was like sales, and then I was like, whatever, I'm not doing this. And then lo and behold, I'm here. So I have a background in PR, advertising, and marketing, and I've been working for like 5 years now. Grabe, tagal na. And then there was a year in my life where um I found out kasi na I really like pitching ideas. So before maybe I think 3 years ago or 4 years ago, um I was really into events. So I would create these nightlife events with friends, and then it kind of boomed. Tapos one of the tasks that I had there was talking to potential partners and then presenting them the parang this is the meaning of this party and this is why we want you to be a part of it. And then parang from there I was like, oh, I like doing this. So that year in my life I was doing different functions na parang related to sales in a way. So parang I think one role was like business dev, and then another role was corporate sales, and then another one was sales and marketing. So I was doing that, and then towards the end of that year, a friend of mine told me about the opportunity at Tier One, and then I was like, oh, what's the company? I mean, I kind of had an idea, but then parang for me naman kasi at the time I was just thinking na parang career. I just want a job. And then ayun, so I took the opportunity, and like I've been doing this for 2 years now, 2 years and 3 months. So yeah, and I've learned so much about gaming, and one of the things that I really enjoy sa job ko is like we get the opportunity to like come up with ideas on how these brands that are not necessarily gaming can enter the space. So yeah, like you get to exercise a lot of your creative juices, and it's fun to see, or rather it's fun to um parang realize na you're doing something na parang alam mo yun. Wait, hindi ko na sinasabi ko. Parang you're doing
Yeah, alam mo yun.
something na you wouldn't expect like years before. Na parang like, did anyone expect that we would all be in lockdown and relying on our computers for all these things, right?
Yeah.
So ayun,
True.
and then
It's true.
seeing like the traditional brands like get into the space through you. So
Mm,
yeah, that's how
very
I
cool.
got into the industry.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's really really nice then how you you didn't know what was gonna was what you were gonna do before. Tapos nandito
Mm.
ka na ngayon, di ba?
Yeah, parang in
So,
a way like ano, parang kinain ko yung sinabi ko nung college ako.
Yeah, the Lord tends to do that to us.
Yes, that's
That's
very
true.
true.
And
very true.
I like the fact that I am listening to you, ladies. I hear na one thing that I hear is that your jobs, it's legit. I mean, honestly, di ba, parang let's face it, merong kasing stigma, and this happens within the church and outside the church, where gaming as a kind of work is
Profession.
often looked, yung impression is it's often looked at as something na it's just something, it's like just a hobby, it's like just a passion, it's not really a
Yeah.
job. But I can hear that you guys are serious about what you're doing there. It's legit work, it's hard, you have challenges like any other normal job, and I like
Yes.
the fact that I
That's
hear that.
yeah.
It just tells me that it's like any other work out there. It's not something that it's just It's this is just for fun, hindi naman siya ganun, 'di ba?
You actually have to put in work into it.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's true.
So speaking of, you guys being in this industry, what can you advise people who want to get into the esports or digital gaming industry, whether as a gamer or a host, or someone who does it behind the scenes, like sales, like what Vel does, and specific advice, as women. So anong setup, sino kaya?
It's a random
Sige,
roulette again.
I can go first now.
Okay, go Poppy.
So I, I
Volunteer,
will
love
I
it.
will focus I will focus on the, since like for example, like I'm a streamer, so yung ganun. O kaya if they're interested sa pagpa-pro, think yan
Mm-hmm.
yung advice na mabibigay ko. Um in general, people in general, are like sa ano, mga girls na gusto, or in general.
You can do general and
Yeah,
then
Ah,
sa
okay.
ladies.
general.
So a bit of both.
Okay, so feeling ko like in general, advice that I would like to give is to just do it. Like if you know sa sarili mo that it's something na you really wanna try, wala naman eh. There's no harm in trying it. At the end of the day, like, you try to risk, and if it's not gonna work out, then okay, it's not for you. Or like you maybe have to try harder. Parang ganon. Pero then again, parang know your purpose, like, or your motive towards it, like kasi at first ano eh, based on my experience, like I really kind of um thought about it at first. Like, nung una, parang, wow, like, yung idea ng streaming, like, it's actually so nice. Like, 2 years or 3 years ago, I thought about it. Like, I got really inspired by, like, seeing or watching these international big streamers. I was like, oh, the thought of, like, you interacting, getting to interact with, like, people around the world, like, through chat, ganyan. It's actually nice. So, parang, may ganong klaseng hype. Pero, if you're gonna turn it as a career, ganon, or if you wanna dive into it, like take it seriously, parang ano lang din yan eh, like fighting for what you, for your passion. Kasi this is not something na you kid about, na parang, or you take lightly, kasi baka, yun nga, iniisip na ibang tao na pagka-gaming or esports industry, parang madali lang yan i-handle or what. Pero, like what, wait, what's the name again? Like what Palmon said? Hindi in it's like a job. Like basically parang job lang talaga siya. So if you really want it, then try it. If wala talagang masama mag-try. Pero ano eh, ayun nga eh, parang you have to really have this, you have to know bakit mo siya gagawin. Kasi it's an
Mhm.
investment as well. Parang gano'n yung gusto kong advice na ibigay. Kasi iba, oo, nagha-hype sila sa idea na, okay, sige, I'm gonna try streaming. Okay, sige. And then, mag-invest sila doon. And then, ma-realize nila 2 to 3 months na parang, oh, shucks, like, this is not what I want. So, parang,
Mm.
ano mo yun, masasayang yung, yung pag-investan mo, instead na pwede mo naman siya nagamit in another, aspect, parang gano'n. So, parang, as a gamer naman, as a professional gamer, like, yun din, if you're really the type of person na gustong-gusto mo talaga siya, sabi nila like YOLO, 'di ba? You only live once. Pero
Yeah.
yun nga eh, you really have to be wise sa and pag-isipan mo talaga siya kasi investment yun. Tsaka hindi siya talaga yung something na kung gusto mo lang i-try tapos mo lang like aalis-alis ka na. Hindi kasi nga it takes a lot of motivation,
Effort.
drive, tapos effort din, and time to actually be like good sa isang bagay. So parang ano mo 'yun, if hindi mo siya pinag-isipan, you just nag-go with the flow ka lang, or like ka lang, happy go lucky. Parang yung energy na invest mo dun, parang hindi din siya magiging worth ganun. Pero if it's something really special to you, or if it's your passion, then wala talagang masama to actually try and you know, like risk. Kasi yun yung ginawa ko sa akin. Like, nag-risk talaga ako. After college, I actually, my first job was like, I was a preschool teacher, part-time. And then, parang part of me pa rin, parang I wanna pursue gaming or streaming as a career. Kahit hindi pa siya accepted before, hindi ako nasuportahan ng parents ko. Like, mahirap iintindihin or mahirap i-explain sa kanila yung ganong klaseng industry. I still tried because it's something that I really want. Like, I know my motive. Like, sa sarili ko, I wanna be an influence of kindness or like a positive or a positive person, like parang share positivity towards other people, ganyan. So,
Mhm.
parang yun yung naging perspective ko na pinush ko talaga siya or like I took risk kahit alam ko along the way mahirap. Kahit alam ko feeling ko i-doubt ako ng mga tao. Parang naniwala ako sa sarili ko and naniwala ako sa kayang gawin ni Lord din through me, like to actually help and bless other people through my who I am, like as God's child. So, advice as women, like don't be afraid. I mean, like what I mentioned before, kanina, like may mga stereotypes, pero iba pa rin. At the end of the day, it's not the people who you focus on to like pleasing other people, but it's like you yourself. You know yourself that you're doing this not for the people, but for the Lord as Christians. Parang ganon. So, yeah, no, just don't be afraid and take risks. So I think that's the advice that I could give. Like for those people who kind of like parang feeling nila nakakatakot mag-ano, mag-try sa kung ano yung gusto nila talagang gawin. Like, lalo na sa aspect na 'to, like industry na 'to. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a leap of faith
Yes,
talaga.
leap of
A
faith
leap of
talaga.
faith.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow.
it's not a decision that you would take lightly. Hindi siya
Mhm.
parang feel ko lang sige try natin. Hindi siya
Mhm.
ganun.
Mhm. Kasi
Mm-hmm.
uso parang gano'n or masaya tingnan, pero 'yan, yeah.
Career
It's
Okay.
talaga.
gano'n, career talaga
Career.
siya.
Mm.
How about Kim? Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I medyo similar advice to Fofi actually. Yeah, take the risk, take the chance. Ako
Mhm.
kasi if there's something I want to do, I put my heart, my mind, my soul, my everything into it. So, yun, before you jump into something, be sure that it's something you want. And then number two, I also think that it's not wrong because this is how I was able to get opportunities. I also shared. So it's really not wrong to ask questions, or if you want to get into something and you know someone who is currently in that position, let's say parang very influential siya in that industry, you can ask him or her. It's really not wrong to ask kasi honestly the
Mhm.
when I started out talaga, I really messaged a lot of mga shoutcasters, like how they started, any tips, like I really messaged them, I asked them. Syempre, you have to be polite also and like kind when you ask your questions. So yun, I think it's not wrong to ask questions. You also This is also an industry where you kind of pave your way
Mhm.
talaga, like you really have to have a little bit of connections. And how do you get that? Syempre, you have to be engaged in the community that you're in, 'di ba? And I guess my advice for like females who want to get into this industry, always remember to, especially if you're a Christian, you have to remember na what your values are. So I was checking the
Yeah.
stream earlier. Someone was asking, how do you deal with people who trash talk in games? Like, sorry, I'm gonna seg a little bit not into that topic. I guess as a Christian,
No
do not
problem.
feed the trash talker. That's it. Do not feed the trash talker. And then, how do you respond to trash talkers? For me, syempre, it gets really tempting talaga when they say things that aren't nice and you want to respond back as nasty. Do not do that. Like, siguro the most I've done was, um I think this player was trash talking my friend who just started out playing. I'm not sure if it was Wild Rift or Mobile Legends, but one of those games. Parang trash talk siya because she wasn't playing as well as the other players,
Mhm.
and we were playing in a very high ranked match na. So obviously the opposite team would trash talk like parang, you suck, or parang even worse. So I just responded back. I just said, guys, yung friend ko, she's a new player. Please don't ruin the game for new players. Just let her enjoy it. That's it. And then after that, they didn't comment back. They didn't comment back. So I guess that's a nice way to respond to trash talkers. If you can't respond with anything nice, don't say anything at all. Number one rule
Mhm.
yun. So there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yun. That's
There's
it.
Feeling ko like I
actually
would like to add lang like sa ano. Kasi a lot of people think na being Christians like sa gaming industry like you have to be someone really perfect, yung
Mm.
parang
No,
wala hindi ka
nobody's perfect.
nagkakamali. Pero it's ano like struggle. Like parang
Mm.
mahirap lang isipin na hindi naman tayo lahat perfect. So, we make
Yeah.
mistakes. Like, sometimes people, they don't understand na parang, oo, like, ako, myself, I admit na I sometimes curse, like, on stream, ganyan. Pero it's not something na parang I curse directly towards the person. Like, it's an expression. But it doesn't mean na parang, alam mo yun, kasi a lot of people, they tend to judge very
Mhm.
quickly. So, parang, yun lang, I would like to add lang sa sinabi ni Ate Kim, parang, ano lang din talaga siya na, it's, as a streamer then, like, syempre,
Mm.
it's part of, like, ano,
Part of
trying
the
to be
game.
better then, or, like, part of gaming, or, like, parang, ano,
Mm.
pero it doesn't mean that you're a bad person just because you
Mm.
did these things. So, parang, nakakasad din minsan, kasi, like, fellow Christians pa nagja-judge. So, parang alam mo yun, may mga gano'ng mga moments lang na ano, dapat naintindihan ng mga tao na hindi talaga porket gano'n, like, ano na talaga, like 100% dapat ano na, like smooth or like perfect na talaga. So, parang wala lang, add ko lang yun kasi syempre sa ibang tao, 'di ba? Wala lang, gusto ko lang talaga siya i-end
Yeah.
with. Parang ano lang siya, like daily ano, syempre parang we struggle pero we try to be better naman each day. So,
As a
yeah.
just to insert, like as a friend of ours often jokes with us, there is no one who is truly good
not
except
even
for the
one.
Lord. Not even one. Because yun nga, kung perfect tayo, edi anong point ni Lord, right?
Mm-mm.
So that's one thing that we like to highlight. Being Christians doesn't mean you're perfect. It does mean, however, that you are aligning your behavior
Mm.
to be that of
Yes,
a godly
exactly.
standard. Oo. It's a
Yes.
developmental process. Kasi kung
Yeah.
hindi, edi pag the moment you become Christian, edi why am I still stuck on this world? Instant heaven
Yeah.
na lang ako, bye-bye. But we're not, 'di ba? So just yeah, it's a lifetime growth process.
Yeah, I think I agree. Then that I think it's really a question of number one, are us as Christians striving towards Christ likeness, being a certain kind of role model. Diba? We're supposed to be ambassadors, but at the same time, knowing that hindi naman siya, it's not perfection. We're not going to be there right away, overnight na nandun na tayo, right?
Mm-mm.
But yun nga, parang I agree with, especially with sa sinasabi ni Kim, yung that toxic well, how do you call that, yung toxic na ano na culture in
That,
gameplay.
yeah.
I think it's very common kasi it's not just in the Philippines, it's actually worldwide, ganun talaga. And I think that's why I think there should be more Christians in the gaming industry, because we can, ano, 'di ba? Parang we can have that, uphold a better standard, a better, parang we can be better role models. Yes, we will make mistakes, but alam mo yun, parang we will not tolerate yung that kind of behavior, 'di ba? I remember, and I mentioned this in a previous podcast that we had a friend na nakalaro ni na John before, that he said it was nice playing with Christians because he doesn't feel like he's being judged when he makes a mistake in the game, right? He doesn't get he doesn't hear
Praise God. Wow, no.
he
Wow
doesn't hear
moment.
curses, he doesn't hear trash talk. What he hears is that okay lang yan, it's next time, nice try, alam mo yun, ganun yung ano, there's encouragement instead of bashing or putting someone down. And I think we need more of that in the gaming community, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sige,
I'm reading
Nin.
the comment section. I'm just gonna segue. I'm reading the comment section. There are some good points then that people are making here. Uh, Ian says I just mute the chat box sometimes. Yeah, that's also a good way to go para you don't see any of the negative comments. That's a
That's true.
good way to
Yeah.
do it.
You can do that, yeah.
Or
All
and
right.
report them as toxic players.
Oh yeah.
And
Responsible.
Yes,
mhm.
you can do that too.
How about you, Val? You also, I know you stream then, so, di ba? From time to time. So,
Yeah, but I don't read the comments. That's my problem. Like if I was,
you're so like focused on the game.
Ate Bel,
yeah,
wala.
like
Pro
I
player
Yeah.
don't
in the
know
making.
like
Ignore
parang
Still proof,
comments.
still
I
proof.
no, kasi before like parang I also had the phase when like I wanted to learn it because there was a time when I was handling uh streamers in the company. So parang like I wanted to understand the parang what are they doing and how can I help them. So parang the streaming stuff that I did was really more on education for myself. But yeah, parang I'm the type of person kasi na when I'm in the zone, like, yeah, even unbothered. Ayun. Pero I think something na I just wanna build on was yung sinabi ni Fofi about time, right? Because I think a lot of people they think of streaming as parang a shortcut na parang, oh, I want to be this, so I'm just gonna do
Mm-mm.
streaming because I know
Yeah.
that like parang this is easy, or like this is parang not something that requires a lot of whatever effort. But
Yeah.
actually, it's the complete opposite because like a lot of the people that I have talked to, they would tell me na parang like success doing this really takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. Like I
I
know
agree.
people na parang they would put on like 8 hours every day na nagsistream. So parang like you there's nothing easy about this because it's literally just like any career na parang you have to put time and effort to be successful in it. Like you see all these like huge streamers these days, right? And they talk about how they've been doing this for years. So, parang if you think that streaming is easy, then you might want to rethink your mindset about it. And at the same time, I also like because I know that a lot of people might want to pursue streaming in the comments. You know, you hear all these success stories, but I'm just gonna tell you right now na what works for someone might not work for you. Like you have to find that thing. Like there's no secret sauce. There's no linear path to success in this industry. So yeah, parang like I also heard people kasi tell me na parang, yeah, I've been doing this over and over again, but it's not working out. And then I would ask them like, have you tried researching about the game that you play and then what market siya malakas? Or like, have you tried streaming in another platform, let's say, ganyan. So parang things like that, no, parang also like part of what we do because gaming is, kinda new, is also educating ourselves about what this is and what can
Yeah.
we do palalo. So ayun, and then I guess for people like me na parang blessed with the calling to be nasa back end. Parang a lot of people want to be in the spotlight, but back end is just as important as the people that you see on your screens every day because there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes na like would
Yes, that's very
help you get a better understanding of how things work,
Mm-mm.
and like parang those people are needed as well. So, ayun, parang if you feel like you have the gift of like administrative function or like sales or even creatives really, yeah, like why don't you try back end if you want to be in gaming?
Mhm.
And then as
Yeah.
a woman and as a Christian woman, something that I learned to embrace very recently actually is that you can be successful on your own terms, meaning that you can always act and present yourself with grace. Because I think like I would say na parang I'm one of the boys na I think John, Ninay, and John B here know na parang sometimes like I would pop in our group chat and I just say suntukan.
Suntukan.
Sorry.
Yeah, translation yun is, oh, sige, game time na.
Game na,
Suntukan na
game
eh.
na.
Yeah, but parang recently I've learned to kind of embrace my femininity, right? And parang I'm learning that I have boundaries, that there are things that I'm just not comfortable doing. So
Mhm.
parang like other people might say na parang, oh, this is the path to success. And parang for me it's like, you know, I have my faith and I'm secured in the promises of God in the Bible, which means na parang if there's something that I feel doesn't sit well with who I am and what I believe in, like that doesn't have to be my version of success. Like I
Right,
can
right.
be
Yeah.
you know true to what I believe in and true to who I am to make it in this industry. So yeah, girl power. Let's
Girl
go.
Yeah.
power.
Ah.
Okay,
Teka, na-add lang din po. Sorry, ang
Go,
bibo
go
ko.
ahead.
Joke lang.
Go, go.
Okay
Sure.
lang. Go,
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 go.
go.
Nabanggit ni Ate Vel, yung parang about sa mental, ay, ewan ko, like, na-relate ko,
Mhm.
bigla lang nag-pop sa mind ko na advice na pwede ko mabigay sa mga people na would wanna get into esports na. Parang, you have to really mentally prepare yourself. Kasi
Mhm.
it's something na sobrang, parang, yung ibang tao nakikita lang the screens pagka you're a streamer, you're a gamer. Like,
Yung
they always
glamour.
think na parang, like, she's so happy. Oh, like, she's always happy. She's always smiling. Like, ako, yung image ko, like, kunyari, like, I always smile, I always, pero more than that, like, off stream or off cam, tao pa rin kami. Alam mo yon, like, people always think na pag kunwari, they say lots of things na parang kaya lang nila, just be rude to someone or be, kunyari, may mga troll or parang ihaharas ka like sa stream mo and all. You have to really mentally prepare yourself kasi mangyayari at mangyayari yun. But at the same time, parang nakakasad din na may mga ganun. Alam mo yun? Pero at the end of the day, you have to understand na tao lang din. Like, lahat tayo tao lang. So, may nafe-feel din kami, nasasaktan din kami. Parang alam mo yon, parang as a viewer or like kayo, yung mga gustong mag-try and to really enter this industry, like, it's not easy. Parang yun nga it takes, like, ako, like, 3 years ata ako, like, super nag-grind ng sobrang, parang ano yun, I really pushed this one. Like, I believe na parang may mararating din ako, and by the grace of God, like, eto, binigay naman sa akin ni Lord the opportunity to actually be someone na would influence, 'di ba, yung mga values ko, like, sa mga viewers ko or community ko. So, parang yun din, like, wala lang, iba-iba talaga yung mga tao sa
Mhm.
gaming world. Like, minsan parang feeling ko sobrang mas extra rude or something, but you have to really stay strong and, like, dapat may pinagkukuhaan ka na lakas, which is si Lord. Kasi hindi, kung
Mm.
ikaw lang ang sarili mo, mapapagod ka at mapapagod. And minsan, yung ibang tao, inisip nila wala silang purpose, 'di ba? Like, may mga nagsusuicide or like, alam mo yun, like, they
Yeah,
they do
actually.
lots of stuff kasi kinakain na sila ng mga mental nila. Like, yun kasi, like, yung mga tao, like, yung mga viewers, they only see, like, yun nga, sa kung ano yung nakikita nila sa screens. Pero, may mga ano rin kami, like, struggles din kami in life. So, parang, yun yung very, very challenging pa, like, more deep,
Mm.
Parang
area or
celebrity
aspect.
burnout, no?
Ganun po. Kaya,
And I think that's where I guess I would say that the support of people come in and the support, especially other believers. I think other Christians can help. Then I think that's why we need to. I guess that's why we're talking about this, no, so that we can really provide the
Mhm.
support to people who are in this industry. And I think then kasi like Fofi was saying, marami kasing nasa gaming na escape kasi nila yung gaming from the realities of their
Yeah.
world So parang nahihirapan, may struggles, dami rin struggles sa mga tao. And so I guess we need to be supporting and helping each other.
Indeed, indeed.
And so to summarize, thank you so much guys for yung mga, you know, your inputs. Very important then, especially, you know, regarding sa trolls and you know, if this is really for you, and most importantly yung, you know, prioritize then your mental health. And to I'll just throw in like a few verses actually that to kumbaga respond, which is paano ba? Which is to kumbaga complement what you guys said.
Mm.
In regards to trolls, there is a verse in Matthew 7 verse 6. Do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you. So similar, do not feed the
Woo.
trolls. And
Wow.
yes, trolls equals to swine. Ah, never
Yeah,
mind.
I think that's I think calling trolls swine is an
I think we
insult to
got that.
swine.
Because swine give us bacon, guys. Okay, never mind. Okay,
Okay, that's
I
true. That's true.
digress.
Bacon is good. Bacon is good.
And then with see, you know, yung titignan nyo muna if this is something that you want to do. And what Fofi said, that it is something that you really have to invest on. There's a verse in Luke chapter 14, verse 28. For which of you desiring to build a tower does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? So dapat nga, it's like you know, you have to have the heart. Okay, and you know, gaming is not cheap. So you need to have the
Not
right equipment.
No
The games,
duh.
the skins?
the
Question mark?
skins, yo.
Oh, okay. Optional ang skins.
Pero I
I
mean the
But
mean,
the
equipment.
skins.
I mean just
But
building a
yes,
buying
computer
them,
takes
You look
time.
good.
support.
You look good. I'm a
optional
skinner.
ba?
I'm
Yeah.
Optional
skinner.
ba? Oh,
No, no,
It's
no.
a optional.
Sorry,
Must.
my only
Skins equal
skin is
wins,
It's a
man.
natural.
must.
I'm kidding.
the ladies agree with me that skins are important.
Yes.
They are. They are. Very okay.
Yeah. Every single camp I have a skin. Yun na lang yun.
Oh my
Mm.
Not
gosh.
optional.
It's
There's
I think it's because
kind
we
of
support the game. We support the game, and I think
Also
it's
that.
like
Also that.
especially for the creative, it's like pinagtrabahuan niya ng ibang tao. People really put a lot of work into it, so
Yeah,
we respect
it's
that.
true.
If you love the game,
so
you support it. So sorry,
you
going back.
play better with the skin.
Yeah,
Joke
plus
lang.
30% aim accuracy. Glitch up.
May comment
Plus
tayo sa
100%
meron tayong
morale.
comment daw, kulang pa, kailangan pa daw ng RGB. RGB daw everything. The
RGB,
computer.
yeah, RGB everything. For ano, plus 10, ano yan, focus.
Counting the cost tayo ha, counting the cost.
I counting the cost pala.
Mm.
Okay, so
Start
Before you
adding the
build
cost.
that tower. Yung tower dito pala, CPU tower eh.
uy, good yun. Okay, we're on to the last two questions actually. So, being Christians, how does this influence your work or career in the industry?
Yeah. Actually,
Well,
medyo you're connecting to that, ano? It's good.
throw it to Vel. Nasaan ba si Vel?
Um, yeah, actually, may notes ako dito. Joke lang.
Whoa,
Go,
I love it.
yeah,
Okay, go
she came
Vel.
prepared, guys. Okay.
No, but I think like I'm just gonna speak on my own ano no journey right in esports
On
and
my own.
uh grabe gusto kong kinantahan ako. Yeah, but I know that regardless of um where you are, right, whether you're a talent or you're in the back end, there's always a tremendous amount of pressure to meet expectations, hit targets, and that's very evident in my career also because we're in the revenue generating end, and parang you hear things like you're only as good as your last deal, things like that. You hear like oh, this is our target for the month, ganyan ganyan. And parang there's a lot of pressure, and sometimes that gets to me too because parang at the end of the day we're all just human, and we get overwhelmed, and sometimes we get to a point of just a breakdown really.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I've been doing more is cuz I've been doing my devos, and something that God impressed in my heart is really to pray specifically, cuz parang it's so easy to generalize your prayers, like Lord help me today. But
Yeah.
like alam mo yun, parang when you come from a place of total surrender kasi you realize that there's no such thing as a big or small thing when
Yeah.
you lay it down to God. So parang, like for me, sometimes like not sometimes, but like I would specifically pray for my accounts, like my priority accounts for the week, my clients, kung nasan na yung progress in all our conversations. I pray about my meetings. I pray about the way that I react or respond towards people. Na parang, because last year I saw na parang, maybe I'm not toxic in game. Maybe. But like I was toxic in my own way in the industry. So parang, like praying for God to allow me to trust the people around me, na parang, like just laying that all down eh. And niyak ako ng konti. Parang it's those moments during my day that reminds me na God is in control, and it just
Yeah.
gives me tremendous peace knowing na um yun na I am just a speck in this world, and yet there's someone there. There is a God there na parang regardless of what happens to me, everything's gonna be okay because he has a plan for my life too. And maybe things aren't going the way that I want them to. But yun nga, parang as people, pain is a part of growth. Um, pressure is a part of growing up. So,
Yep.
ayun, parang I'm the type din kasi to get super easily overwhelmed. So, knowing that, parang um, God is in control of my life is something that gives me so much comfort. So, yun, parang as a Christian, like, it gives me so much strength, and, parang literal na like yung armor of God. Alam mo yun? Na parang I
Yeah.
feel so protected and so secured that
Oh.
regardless of what happens, I have a future for me.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
ayun.
Sana ganun katibay yung armor sa Valorant, no?
Oo nga
Armor of
eh.
God. Boom.
Well,
Impenetrable.
Ang
No
yung
ganda,
one
ang
eyeliner
taps
ganda.
ko,
them.
Bel, hindi to
No one
water.
tops for you. Di ba?
That, that
Yeah.
that
But
that's
yeah,
such
it's
a that's
great.
such an encouragement, Vel. It's a good reminder for us that we are
It's
not
great.
alone. We are never alone,
We
no?
are.
And
And we
may
shouldn't
gusto ko
be.
lang
Shouldn't be.
mag-segue, meron po tayong request dito sa sa comment section. Paki-shout out daw ni Ninay ang kanyang famous quote sa Valorant about the
Skin
Forbes.
high.
Wow.
Okay, about skins kasi yan. If you can't perform, Japorns.
I like that.
It's a classic
Thank
line. Classic
If
you.
line.
you can't perform job.
Yan.
Ano
Kaya
yan?
kung
Classic
hindi
Skinner
magaling
line
aim
yun
mo,
eh.
di ba?
So there we
Skinner.
go. There we go, fans. I hope you
Skinner's
were
support.
satisfied.
There you go.
Bops yan eh. Bops. Okay.
Okay, back to the question, guys.
That
Left
was
back to
awesome though.
Amanda. Yeah, thank you so much, Vel. Oh my gosh, yung eyeliner ko, buti na lang, ano yan,
Ako
waterproof.
Waterproof.
nag-eyeliner kasi parang na-preempt ko na baka umiyak ako.
Waterproof nga dapat eh, no?
Uh,
Another streamer tip, always use waterproof makeup. Anyway,
waterproof everything.
Next.
ako pa nagsabi ano,
Feeling ko nagsistream to si John with waterproof
Secretly.
eyeliner.
stream of consciousness. Anyway,
How about, how about Kim? Being
mm-mm.
Christian, how does this influence your work or career in the industry?
Ooh, I think I mentioned this earlier. I said, um,
Mm.
ano ba yun? Ano yung sinabi ko na medyo related to this eh? I guess, siguro in light of recent events din, no? You you don't want to put let's say a certain group or a certain people in a bad light. Let's say kanina I was talking about ooh,
Go
nawala yung
ahead.
train of thought ko. Ano ba yan? Kasi ang dami natin pinag-usapan and they're all really good. Man, what was I talking about? Something about trash talking, I think. Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yun nga. There. About people who trash talk people, don't ruin it for people who are new to the game. And I want to put that parallel to what I'm gonna say. Siguro as Christians, you don't wanna put Christians in a bad light. So syempre, as much as possible for me, I want to showcase that in my work, in my actions. And sometimes, you ruin things for people. Let's say parang somebody did this. Kung as a Christian, somebody did this. Tas parang to non-Christians, they're gonna say, "Eh, di ba Christian yan? Why did he or she do that?" So,
Mm.
syempre, it puts everyone in a bad light. So, as a Christian, I think it's really important to be an example, to showcase it talaga in what you do, your actions, and everything. So, yeah, I think that's my point for everyone who's listening. Just be the light in this industry or in whatever you're doing as Christians. You have to really showcase that. Para there will be more people who will be wondering why you're doing that, 'di ba? Parang, oh, why are you doing that? Like you can actually attract more people who want to know Christ or who want to, have who has that thirst to know Christ. So, yun lang.
Mhm.
That's it for me.
Sounds good. So light of the world indeed, no?
Well said. I think
Well said.
there's one verse in it. I remember that Jesus prays in the Garden of Gethsemane and prays for his disciples, and he says that they are in this world, but they are not of this world. No, they are parang set apart, different, and he prays that they are not influenced by this world, that they are not parang hindi sila maswallow ng mundong ito, no, and I think we all live in a world where there's lots of corruption, there is a lot of ano 'di ba, parang ugly things, so to speak. Especially in
A
this
lot of
community,
toxic.
'di ba? There's a lot of things that are toxic, and I think one of the things that we need to do is to really also shine that light, na be people who are welcoming, loving, no, understanding, and really being the ones that ano parang pave the way towards Christ, 'di ba? As much as possible. I mean, it's not always perfect, but as much as possible we do that. So well said, well said.
And lastly, but Fofi.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm trying to contain my feelings.
All the
Kasi
feels.
medyo ano to, hindi joke. Wait lang.
Mm.
Medyo sensitive siya sa akin. Pero, wait lang. Give me like a minute, few seconds.
Compose yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I'm actually
no
nervous.
worries. No worries. As we've been trying to encourage and something we always like, yeah, you've got our support too. So yeah,
Okay.
you can share what you're comfortable sharing on the stream and
It's
how the
okay.
Lord speaks to you. Yeah.
Okay.
So go for it.
So as a Christian, I mean, the question is like, how does this influence my career in the industry? Like, my perspective, ganun, or as a Christian. So, una,
Mhm.
for the past 2 years of being in this industry, like the pro scene, it really, medyo naiiyak ako. Hindi, kalma muna. It really challenged me because, like what I've mentioned, medyo na culture shock talaga ako. Like, specifically, like sa mga tao. So, relationship, this is all about like relationships. Like, the Lord has been teaching me or dinala ko ni Lord sa mga tao na iba-iba, like walang background at all sa Christianity or like yung same values, ganun. So, as a Christian, like, one principle that actually I've been living by, na dinala ko sa industry is compassion towards other people. And it really challenged me meeting all sorts of people. Like, parang minsan maiisip mo na, ay, may ganun palang tao. Like, parang sobrang rude or sobrang hindi mo lang ma-imagine na masama. Parang gano'n, like, yung mga ganong type na environment. Tapos, at the end of the day, the Lord will just remind you to love one another. Ganun. Na parang kahit ganun sila, 'di ba, na di nila wala silang idea or they don't know what they're doing or like they're just like that. Parang at the end of the day, you just have to love kahit sobrang hirap. Parang ganun. Um, I think it really influenced me because it made me uh stronger. Like, kung sino ako ngayon, based sa experience ko na pagdaanan ko, it's been really heavy. Na parang loving one another, like basically, ganun. Na parang kahit sobrang hirap, kahit minsan dumating sa point na nati-take advantage ka, kasi sobrang, parang you're just the type na hindi lumalaban or like you're really a sensitive person, parang hindi mo kayang anuhin, hindi mo kayang maging rude sa kanila kasi nga you have to love them, like, gets? So, hindi mo pwede silang palagaan or yung sabi natin Marvel, like, ano, suntukan? Walang gano'n! So, parang,
I'm
ay, siguro
sorry.
hindi naman, like, joke lang yun. Pero, wait lang. Kasi, ano, parang yun yung impact or like, tinuturo sa akin ni Lord, like, sa industry, na kahit gaano ka, ano, lala yung tao or like yung mga tao around you, right? So, sobrang challenging or sobrang hirap i-handle. Love pa rin. Love is like something na would really humble you, would really, change your perspective. Because bihira ka na lang makita ng genuine love. And if ikaw as a Christian, you know how the Lord loves, parang magka-transform ka and it will really change your perspective to love. What it means to really love a person. Kahit gaano kanya, kung kahit gaano kalala yung ginawa niya sa'yo. So parang, ano mo yun, it's really by grace that I'm still here. I'm trying to like work my way through kasi sobrang hirap talaga ng industry. Like, yun nga, very challenging talaga siya mentally. It's not something na magaan or like dahil happy-happy lang. Pero for the past year, nag-change talaga yung perspective ko sa career na 'to, and nalaman ko lang din, ay parang ma-realize ko lang din sa sarili ko na the Lord brought me here for a reason. So, it's always part of His plan na parang nandito ako, I'm a streamer, like I actually, uh, parang na-blessed ako ng sobrang loving community that I have right now. Na parang nire-remind ako na parang, alam mo yun, kasi sa industry na 'to, at some point, people will try to change you eh. Like parang, kung sino ka, hindi ka nila tatanggapin kasi hindi nila tanggap yung certain bagay about you. But at some point, you will find people who will accept you completely and will really love you the same way you love others. So parang din yun nakaka-encourage, and yun yung grace ni Lord na binibigay sa akin each day. Parang giving me my community na parang as a remembrance na uh, the Lord's in control. Like sabi ni Ate Marvel na parang may plans talaga siya. So, yun yung parang influence, parang yung influence na as a Christian na parang ganun yung perspective mo to continue. Parang yun yung naging strength mo to carry on and just, uh, continue, ganun, like to strive. Tapos, ito yung nilagay ko dito kasi habang nagsasalita Mars, parang, at the end of the day, like, me being someone right now, parang medyo influential nga kasi nga part of a huge organization, parang medyo limelight yung type. At the end of the day, like, parang narinig ko yung sarili ko na by grace lang talaga na nandun ako na na-survive ko, and I keep on surviving yung mga struggles ko sa sarili ko, like personal struggles, mentally, sa industry na to, kaya super hirap, grace lang ni Lord, na nagre-restore sa akin, na also redeems me, yung ganon. Tapos, yung etong success na meron ako, and magiging success ko, parang ina-align ko lang talaga siya na, it's really for the glory of God. Na parang I wouldn't be here right now. Like, having such a lovely community and yung ganong klaseng influence na nabibigay mo. And kasi dati natatakot ako eh. Parang may ganon na feeling na nakakatakot maging ikaw completely kasi people will judge you. People will mock you for like, ganon. Nasisiraan ka na nila at some
Crush.
point na kasi you're someone different. Parang isipin nila ang weird naman ito or like bakit ganito to. Gano'n. Pero parang at the end of the day, si Lord, if dinala ka niya sa place na, alam mo 'yan, parang kinol ka niya sa isang ano, industry, siya na mag-work eh, siya bahala. So parang yun nandun yung influence na you just have to parang kahit may mga struggles ka or paghihirap ka along the way, you just know that the Lord's got you. Like he's got you. Like hawak ka niya. So parang sa lahat na to ng mga experiences ko or like success ko at maging success ko, parang alam ko sa sarili ko na it's all for the glory of God kasi siya rin naman yung nagdala sa'kin dito and siya rin yung magdadala sa'kin doon sa time na I get to be someone na as an instrument nga of God's grace. So, wala lang, parang sobrang huge impact lang na grabe si Lord mag-work kahit sa mga situations na hindi mo expect. Kasi ito gaming eh, like parang what? This is so random.
Yeah.
How are you going to, di ba? Yung mga ganong mga situation na parang,
God is in gaming too.
yeah, like he is everywhere. Like, so parang nakakatawa lang how he uses people to actually influence himself, like in every aspect. So parang yun medyo naduha ako kasi it's really something it's really parang sensitive talaga sa akin kasi ako as much as possible yung loving one another is really I don't know, like really soft to me. Like kasi alam ko yung feeling na ganyan na parang nasaktan ng ibang tao na parang na-take advantage ng ibang tao and I don't want other people to feel yung gano'n. So,
Experience
parang
that.
experience.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
parang kahit, them watching my stream, I hope they feel loved. Yung gano'n. At some point, like, I get to share God's love to them. Kahit
Yo,
how I
amen for
how
that.
I treat them, how I become so motherly mga like and all kasi ganun ko tinitreat yung community ko not as fans but as blessings na parang along the way God brings you these people, these wonderful people to prove that He actually works in every industry, in everything. That He is in control. He is sovereign. So parang
Mhm.
yun lang, sobrang sensitive ko lang. Lagi ko sila ina-appreciate, love na love ko talaga yung mga
Oh,
ko,
it's good. It's all good.
community ko. And parang whenever people watch me, like mga bagong people na nanonood sa akin, ayaw na ayaw ko sila yung ma-feel na parang na-OP sila. Kasi parang at the end of the day, like people din sila, naging ganun ka rin, 'di ba? So parang
Mhm.
might as well just show them like what it means to actually love na hindi siya yung standard of this world but the standard of God's.
Amen.
So yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, sounds great.
Shucks.
And that is how the world will see that we are followers of Christ. It's because of our love.
Amen.
And
Mhm.
sobrang sobrang nakaka-inspire kasi not all streamers or not all people who hold influence, hold that same thinking and value as Fofi as well and as Kim, and sobrang nakaka-bless kasi you guys are blessings to the field, to this field that you're in. And in a way it is you're kind of like the missionaries of in this field, 'di ba? You take care of the fold given to you.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Yeah, ganda.
yeah, sobrang I like how Kim said that to be light in the world, and how just you know
Y'all, this is just, so, baka umiyak na ako, wait lang.
All right. So I
Baka hindi
think
na tayo makarating ng ano, last question. Kaya,
I think you have to wrap up. I think we should go with the last question
Our closing
Okay,
so
question.
so
that we
last
can
question.
wrap up
Kasi
and patulugin na natin yung mga viewers natin. Yes, yung mga loyal viewers natin na nandyan pa rin.
Patulugin mo sa Valor. Hindi, joke lang.
Oh, no, si Nino
Wala, wala, wala.
nagpapatulog yan sa
grabe. So,
Ginay.
last question is, there seems to be a lack of support from, from the church or like the Christian community for those of us who are gamers, either like casual gamers, pro gamers, streamers, those who work in the gaming industry. Um, how do you guys think the church can better support us? Tama ba? Did I frame that question right?
Yeah, I think
How
it's
can
Sounds
how
right.
can
Sounds
how can
right.
the church support us in a way that we can be lights in our own spheres of influence in our industries. Yeah.
Hmm. Or yeah, basically what thoughts you think you could share about being or if there could be more support from the Christian community, which all of us happen to be part of, towards the geeky slash gamer slash these things community, which we also are a part of. Because yung very good point yung sinabi ni Fofi, yung ayaw niya maramdaman ng ibang tao na ma-feel na OP or disconnected. And that's a very common trait to most of us. So even from mild reactions, like for example, what Kim shared earlier was like, huh, naga-games ka? And then they'll have all sorts of reactions down to other reactions, which is like, that's just a weird career and you don't get support from the church or your group or your family or whatever, which I think Vel and Fofi have mentioned. So you have a wide spectrum, and it seems to be generally not so positive. So yeah, what do you think could be improved there? Like, what's a good thing to have?
Um, can I go first?
Sure,
yeah,
go.
go,
Yes,
go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
volunteers always
Yeah.
welcome.
Okay. I guess. Well, for me, ever since I was young, playing games and then making it a career, or even like not playing games as a career, but even just being a part of the industry was actually a dream for a lot of kids. And it's so
Mm,
nice to see that it's actually happening right now. And I think
mm-hmm.
streaming gaming is actually a little bit more accepted right now, since I mean, if I don't know about your feeds, but my feeds, I've seen a lot of like streamers, like even people I don't expect na they're actually playing pala. They're also streaming, which is actually really nice. For me, I think um the church or our communities, parents, families, um if you show them that it's actually maybe like a good influence to you, because let's say for my parents, they think it's just an addiction, or yeah, that's another part of the conversations for another podcast na siguro yun, but they think it's just an
True.
addiction, or parang it's not healthy for you, or things like that, all the negative stigmas. I think you have to also, like what I said earlier, you have to show them that it's actually a positive thing in your life, or like it's not to be astray naman. So yeah, I think in terms of your actions, you have to show it. And for like, I guess message to like people who are still new to this, parang you have to I guess be open minded, hindi to like networking, but just be open minded to uh sorry, I had to insert that, but yeah, open minded to things like this, because there are people who are into this. I know it's not very popular, and I think some people actually hide that they like stuff like this because they might be associated with certain types of people, certain types of parang stereotypes. So I think we have to break that. There are a lot of people who enjoy this industry, or gaming in general. So yun, I guess just be open, and siguro acceptance, I guess, because the
Mm,
church is, again, church and Christianity is all about like love and acceptance. So I think uh yeah, they have to be a bit more open to people like us. So there.
Mm. Okay, sounds
Well
cool.
said.
Sounds
Again, well
Very
said.
nice.
Who wants to go next?
you.
Peter
We will
Kanchi
need
is here.
someone to go next.
I
Tito
can
Val.
go next.
Go
Okay,
Val!
okay.
Yon.
Volunteers always welcome. Again, go
Hello.
Vel.
Um, I guess for me, parang, cause I think Fofi would also know of this. I shared it na rin before with the group, but in college kasi we had classes where we would like watch secular movies and then relate God to it. So parang in a way, it's kinda like gaming too. Like, but there was at one time in church where um Dota was an example. So parang in a way, like, parang a good knowledge of the game can also probe conversations about God na even when you least expect na parang what? Jesus in gaming? What do you mean? Like, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can talk about those things and make it relatable for people. Like game mechanics of MOBA games. Or like, kinda like Sage also, where you can like resurrect people and then you can say like, oh, that like Jesus also died and rose again. So things like that na parang you can make it relatable to people without making it kinda, or without parang um going too far away from what they know. Kasi yun, parang for me, it's just something that was deeply ingrained in us when we were in college, going to a Christian college, na you can literally use any tool to talk about your faith. Tapos, on the side of, the older, the moms and dads in the church, um, uh, everyone naman, sees the rise in digital, and I guess parang I'm not saying na parang you have to be kind of super loose to your children, but also like get to know the things that they like it wouldn't hurt to ask your kids
Mm-hmm.
about, hey, what's that game that you're playing, because in
Yeah.
my family medyo my parents are like big casual gamers. Like my dad's a big Clash Royale person. So
Yeah.
parang instead of him asking me the stuff that I play, I would ask him like, "What are you playing?" And
Yeah.
then parang because I'm in esports, like I'm able to tell him now. Oh, did you know that there's like a pro scene for Clash Royale? Apparently, and it's like a huge competition in China. And then he would be like, "Oh, I didn't know that." And then parang my mom naman, she's into the more tita games, like Candy Crush or Wordscape. And then parang sometimes she'd be like, di ba magaling ka naman sa mga games tsaka sa mga words, why don't you solve this puzzle for me? So, it's also a good way for like parents and their children or even friends to really bond with each other. So, ayun, parang instead of being quick to judge about the things that, gaming, why don't you try it for yourself? Because you never know. You know. So, yeah. Open-mindedness, sabi nga ni Kim.
Yes, yes. I agree. Ah, sorry. Nakikiano lang ako.
Tama
Continue
naman,
ko
tama
na
naman.
lang po yung sinabi ni Ate Morbs. Kasi parang ganun din yung
Go for it.
perspective ko na parang, again, yun nga, you can use any tool to talk about your faith. It's actually true. Because, like, for me, like, in the magiging answer ko dyan is, again, there are lots of ways to love people. You know? Like, it's not just yung parang idea mo na you're gonna love someone kasi ganito, ganyan, or like your preference or what. Pero kasi, eh, what does it mean to love people? Like, love is a very broad, or like, it's a very huge word. Like, you can love other people through the little things, like, just the fact that, for me, like, personally, yung time, the small amount of time that you get to know the person or you get to know their interests. Yun nga sabi ni Ate Mars, like basically parang ganun din yung perspective ko to be effective lights kasi ayun nga like minsan you just have to understand, like learn to understand other people, like hindi dahil sa feeling mo hindi mo interest yun, hindi ka na magana or like parang iisipin mo na hindi siya effective nga. Parang ano ba yan, anong gagawin ng gaming sa ganito, sa ganyan. Pero again, yun nga iba at the end of the day, you have to parang realign kung parang perspective pa rin ni Lord na parang paano ba si Jesus nagmamahal or paano ba tayo minahal ni Jesus. Tayo like each and every one of us, like we're very different individuals. Like what more, 'di ba? Like yung sinasabi ni Lord na to love one another. 'Di ba? So parang love like Jesus nga, 'di ba? So
Amen.
parang yung ganong klaseng perspective na ano, you really love other people through the little things and you appreciate, them. I think yon magiging effective light kayo kasi iisipin nila na parang, oh, there's something about this person. This person is really parang interested sa kung anong gusto ko, and then you can, like ways to actually show or tool to show your faith eventually, 'di ba? Parang mapapakita mo sa kanila that that love is not something common or 'di ba? Yan, it's something na you can actually show to them na parang this is like the love of God. Tapos yun na. Parang maiisip na lang nila yun na parang, oh, okay. Like through those things. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, through ano, diba? Through deeds then.
Mhm.
Through really showing them authentic love. And so
So ko lang
so to
before
s-
we
uh,
I just want to read the comment from our Facebook. Sabi daw dito, there have been
okay, go.
talks. There have been talks, there have been discussion, open discussion, pero support daw never had it or there was sobrang konti lang and not really within the confines of the church. So I guess that's why we're doing open talks like this so that we can
Mm.
create more awareness within the church. Ako, I agree that there's little support from the church in terms of helping people who are in the gaming industry. And legit kasi ang dami nyo na. Ang dami nyo nang nasa industry. And as more and more Christians are there, we want them to influence the industry and not the industry influencing them, di ba? So the only way that's going to happen if we support the people who are there, the Christians who are there. So yeah.
Amen.
Shout out to Peter Jr. who
So
is also
Ninay.
on our stream right now.
Hello.
Hey, bro.
Hello. We're glad
So
yeah.
Ninay,
Oh,
you were
okay.
about to say something.
Oh, I was just summarizing.
Ah,
Okay, so for the current question, which was let me see, let me find it. Are you getting support? You need to be a Christian in this industry. What do you need to be like in this? So Kim said that we have to be open-minded, but not the kind that ibang open-minded. It's open-minded in a way that we not judgy of the people who are streaming, who are into gaming. And Vel naman pointed out that we should educate our parents that it's not entirely bad, 'di ba? And if you're a parent yourself, or if you have I don't know, a friend or something that you don't understand why they're into gaming, you try it for yourself. It can be like something casual gaming, mobile gaming, just to also get into their perspective. And then Fofi pointed out that God can use gaming. God can use this community to touch the lives of people through really understanding them, being in their just being there for them, showing them the love of Christ, the love of God, being the embodiment of of Christ in this
in this world, you know. So so there. So there.
That's a good recap.
Leng. Ano pa ako na comment from Yuan and Leng. Sabi niya dito, uh, no, we don't get enough support, but we need more support to get into the industry. Pa-sponsor baka naman.
Beke
Grabe.
naman!
Bigyan naman.
Well, all right, guys. So it's been a really intense and awesome evening. You know, there's been a lot of thoughts and feelings and ideas and stories shared. It's been really great. And well, just I guess just to end an evening, of course, we want to thank all of you, the three of you ladies, for joining us tonight. And ang ganda ng kwento nyo. Uh, obviously nakakaiyak siya, 'di ba? From quite a few, you know,
Yes,
and
yes, sobrang.
yeah, actually the heartfelt stories have been really appreciated. So they're very legit, and I really hope that a lot of the people who hear this message, whether it's right now on the live stream or if they get to catch it in a future view, that they'll be able to take good lessons and inspiration from it. So I guess just to end the night, especially with the final points we had, Christians in esports and gaming. Um, this is definitely something that we really need to look into. We need to learn about, and we really need to learn how to love the people here, because especially in the Philippines, diba, they used to say social media capital. Or not used to say, they still say that we are the social media capital of the world. What they might also forget to say is that alongside the super huge amount of social media time, we also have a huge amount of gaming time that is being done by all of the people, 100 million whatever of the Philippines. And it's a very strong industry na, 'di ba? Matagal na, many years back, the gaming industry has already overtaken other entertainment industries as the top grossing industry in generating sales in the world. So definitely, this industry is not going away anytime soon. So you can't just stick your head under the sand and say, "Hindi, just ignore gaming. It's all evil, bad, blah 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 blah." It's like, hello, it's where the money is, and practically speaking, if you want to earn a living, you can earn a living here. So are you just gonna leave that huge bunch of people and just like, nah, that's really irresponsible as Christians, as people who are supposed to love people. It's like, hello, there are people out there. So, and even those Christians who are in the industry, such as yourselves, um, we need to learn how to love you and how to love and support each other. So yeah, relationship building, as I mentioned in Inay, gotta get into their worlds. So yeah, I think that's a very good point and something I just wanna reemphasize.
Just quickly
Close
lang,
the night.
yeah, just quickly lang, I just wanted to add that you mentioned nga, the gaming industry is so large that even the combined income of the movie industry and the television industry, gaming is still larger. And it affects so many industries in general because gaming is not just gaming. It's not just what you see. You have website developers, you have content creators, you have graphic designers. They're all of these. There's so many elements that contribute to the gaming industry that all in all, it's really huge. And there's so many people who may not necessarily be wanting to go into the gaming industry, but some aspect of it. And so if we as Christians want to influence an industry that is influencing the entire world right now, that's probably even bigger than social media. I mean, then we have to be there. We have, as Christians, have a responsibility to be there, to show people Christ, to point people towards Christ.
Amen. So, very last point is again thanking your guests. I would like to invite our ladies. I don't know if you want to plug your YouTube channels or Twitch feeds or whatever have you on social media. I This is our official segment of Follow Me on Like On. Yes, of course, we can't end the evening without that. So, I'm gonna start off with sino bang pinakahabang resume dito? I would bet on Fofi. Ikaw na mag-invite, just in case you
Yes.
have people. Yes, please go.
Okay, so again, I would like to, of course, appreciate kasi may mga nanonood talaga dito all throughout kanina pa and
Amen.
support talaga dito.
Super support.
Thank you so much. If you guys wanna follow me, I stream every day on Facebook and on Twitch. It's wait, I'm gonna type it on like the comment section. It's facebook.com/Fofinia, and then on Twitch, wait, on twitch.tv/Fofinia. So, wait, baka ma-curious si iba, like, bakit yun yung, ano ko, username ko. Para to give you guys a short background lang, bakit yung Fofi yung name na napili ko, is because see, my brother actually recommended me yung fofinia na word. It's actually a Portuguese word which means cute. Pero nung una hindi ko alam yung meaning
Okay.
nun. Like ano, na-figure out ko lang siya like after ano, a few months. Tapos parang I actually hindi naman switch, pero parang ginawa ko lang siyang Fofi kasi para mas short and a lot of people kasi they mispronounce my username, Fofinha. Pero it's actually Fofinia. And then, parang I had this group of friends back then na puro four-letter in-game name lang. So parang I wanted to belong. So parang I waited to like Fofi. And then ever since noon, parang yun na yung tawag sa akin ng mga people who I meet in the industry. So I I commented on the live stream kung yung mga pages ko and then the streams. I stream daily at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Um, I stream variety games. So if you're into Valorant or Riot games like League of Legends, competitive stuff, like yeah, I stream those kind of things. And on Twitch, I do like more of a chill and family type stream or like content. Like if you guys want to talk about wholesome topics and like just hang out and be part of community that's very, family like ganon, like alam niyo na yon. You guys can freely hang out on my stream. So, yeah,
Got it.
that's all.
Thanks, Sophie. Alright, ang next natin siguro would be, sino ba? Si Burger Kim. Hey Kim, you wanna plug your stuff? Yo.
Oh, sorry, my ping's spiking. So I think naglalag yata ako.
Yeah, no problem. Now we're
Yeah,
just
there. Okay,
saying
I think
like
it's
yeah, you good?
yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm not so sure if you guys can hear it, but anyways, I'll drop the link
You
there
can.
in the
You're
comment
good.
section. And again, thank you to all my friends or supporters or whoever is watching this live stream. Thank you so much. Even people I'm not super close to are watching, or people who know me through my streams now are watching. So yeah, again, I'm not like Fofi yet. I wish to be in her level someday. I'm not yet a big streamer, pero growing streamer na
No,
lang.
no.
So thank you. Thank you to everyone who's watching, and yung name kasi nung group ko, if Fofi has her shrimp ba? Is
Shrimps.
that what you call? Yeah,
Shrimps.
if you have your shrimp, I have my burger army. I
Ah,
have
that's
my
so
burger army.
cute.
Yeah.
You love
Yeah,
burgers
I
so
have a
much.
That's
yeah, no,
fun.
actually, ayan,
Burger
a little bit
Army.
of background about my IGN also. I know a lot of people are super curious, addict ba ako sa burger or whatever. Actually, it was a pun back in college. We all gave each other like punny names. So, apparently yung sa akin, Burger Kim. I don't know, we were just eating in a mall that time. Tapos nakita nila Burger King. And then they were like, oh my God, Kim, I have the perfect name for you, Burger Kim. And then that time, I mean, I usually, my name is so common, right? Kim. A lot of people are named Kim. My parents have no originality. Sorry, mom and dad. Pero seriously, my name is the most common Phil Chai name ever. It's like Kimberly, and my second name is Nicole. So kahit anong name na gamitin ko, it's so common. I mean, I think it was such a popular name back then. No offense to all the Kimberlys and the Nicoles, pero my name is super common. So, syempre, I want to stand out, diba? A little bit because I'm an artist. I want to stand out. So, I said, sige, I'll use that name. I mean, I started using it when we were playing like CSGO and stuff. And then eventually, I guess it stuck with me. Sabi ko cute. A lot of people said it's cute. So I said, okay, sige, I'll stick to that name. And shout out din sa Burger King. Baka naman gusto nyo mag-sponsor. So, yun. That's a little,
They
little
said the
background
name.
lang about my name. Nagpaparinig ako. I will tag them in the comment section din. So,
Patag ng
baka lang
Burger
naman
King
because,
sa sa comment.
sa comment
If you
section.
wanna
I will
if you wanna
also,
be a king in your games, then,
yeah, I'll drop a link in the comment section. It's actually Linktree if you guys are familiar with that site. So when you click the link, it links you to all my social media accounts. And as for streaming, I only stream on weekends. Medyo late night streamer ako. I stream like 10 p.m. onwards. So yeah, I'm trying to
so you
change
got your
that to
night
do
shift.
Yeah, we have
yeah,
the
night
night
shift.
shift, we have
So
the morning
I'm
shift with
yeah.
Fofi.
I kind of want to do the morning shift, but sige, we'll work on that because I'm not a morning person. I'm really not a morning person. I really, parang hindi talaga. Pero yeah, for now, I just stream 10 p.m. onwards. That's weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, like and follow my page. I stream MOBA games mostly because I have people to play with. So there. Yeah,
Sounds
that's
great.
it for me.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess last but not the least, Vel, is there anything you want to plug?
Social media
My
account
God.
is like my DJ identity. But I guess I kind of brought it then because like all of my handles are Let's Go Vel, and my Valorant IGN is also Let's Go Vel. If I was gonna give a backstory about it, um, I say let's go a lot, but that's not the real reason why it's like that. It's more like parang because sometimes parang I'm the type of person na yung pinipilit. So parang yung let's go bells more like tara na, Bel. Parang mag, maglaro na tayo ng Valorant o kaya lumabas na tayo. So
Encouragement.
ayun, let's go
Yeah.
Bel. And then it kind of became like a hype thing when I was still active in the nightlife industry. So ayun, tapos hanggang sa parang wala, dinala ko na rin siya sa gaming. And Vel kasi is it's my DJ name. Pero yung friend ko kasi nag-refer sa akin sa job ko ngayon. I met her in the nightlife industry. But before talaga, like, I wanted to keep it profesh, want to be called my real name, Marvel. Pero wala eh, nag-merge na yung mundo ko. So, ayan, Vel. But yeah, I'm at Let's Go Well on Facebook. I stream when I want to, so wala kayong schedule na maaabangan. I'm sorry. Um, I'm at Let's Go Well on Instagram, at Let's Go Well on Twitter, at Let's Go Well Valorant. I play a lot of Valorant. So if you guys wanna play some
Pew
shooty
pew.
bang bangs with me, yes, I will play that. I don't have a community, but I play with a bunch of boys called Happy Time. So if you guys wanna be a part of that, just let me know.
Right.
Meron pong
Okay.
comment
Well, I
tayo. May comment lang po tayo, hindi ba daw let's go suntukan? Or let's go sa
Pwede
Belbel?
din. I'm very
Bell.
close to changing my name.
All
Ay,
right.
nako.
So I guess that's it for tonight. And yeah, let's just um what about how do we close this thing?
I think let's just
Cut.
no. I think let's just encourage the remaining audience to
Yes.
to make sure to like the Facebook page of Level Up Game Night. So our goal here is to create discussion about
Yes.
different geek topics and how
Yeah,
it
yes.
how does Christianity play into that? And we want to create awareness, and we
Yeah.
want to, of course,
It-
share God's love to everyone. Sabi nga ni Fofi, di ba, we should have that compassion. So I think, if anything that I picked up from Fofi, yung compassion talaga. And ramdam na ramdam ko sa mga iyak niya. Kasi naiiyak din ako
Okay.
eh. So, yun. But
Yeah.
yeah, we need to show that compassion, not just to a few people, but to everyone, di ba? And
Yeah.
so,
Yep.
please make sure to like our Facebook page. And by the way, my brand as well is I'm the Christian Geek. So I also have a YouTube channel which we are streaming as well. So if you end up in our YouTube channel, on the YouTube channel, just click on like and subscribe. Please support us, guys. Siyempre, your likes, your engagements lets more people know that we exist. More people know that we want to support um, ladies like these and geeks around the world. Wow, around the world talaga, di ba? Geeks, no?
In the Philippines and around the world.
Especially if we can bring them to Christ. So yun.
Amen.
So that's it from us, guys. I would just again want to thank the ladies for joining us tonight, and
Mhm.
I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Godspeed,
Thank
y'all.
you. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thanks, guys. Good night.